Hey everyone, Mark here with a Nerd Named Mark podcast with a nice little A Nerd Named Mark reviews episode because guess what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Power Rangers Dino Fury episode 5, which is titled Winning Attitude. And in case you didn't know, this episode really is heavily revolving around Izzy. So I'm still modifying some things like new camera angle, and I'm going to be trying to make these reviews a lot quicker, not a lot of filler in them. So I took bullet points, but I'm not going to go over everything in the episode, just my thoughts and things that have happened. This I don't know because I haven't followed a lot of Power Rangers, but this time we had a special guest on episode 5. It was Special Olympics New Zealand equestrian athlete Sarah Dalton. I remember when I was a kid, Amy Jo Johnson's Kimberly had a friend or a relative or someone that she was interacting with who was, I believe, deaf. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. But I don't follow a lot of Power Ranger stuff, so I don't know. They don't usually do a lot of special guests. So this was actually really cool. And she played Lily, who is cousin to Izzy and Javi. And she's kind of like Izzy's trainer, who's been like making her delicious protein smoothies and getting her by like 5 to do running track, like, exercises to train to win medals in, track or cross country, I believe they're doing. So, other than that, the main overall Power Ranger side of things, I guess you could say, is they are trying to find Izzy and Javi's missing Zords. Um, so obviously we're gonna get some more Zords, which is I'm all for it. Uh, I noticed I know they said there was no comedic duo, and I've been saying like the humor's been good in this and that, but now we're 5 episodes in, and I'm not gonna lie, um, the whole Jay Borg and Jane thing, they're really fitting that whole definition of a comedic duo, even though there wasn't supposed to be a comedic duo this season. Just saying. This week's Sporix Beast of the Week is Brine Blast, which is a aquatic fish based monster. One of my favorite things is we finally got a full 5 Ranger team morph sequence. Mm, so delicious. I was like, all the morsels. I love a nice full team morph sequence. And we also got to see some new keys for the upgrades. We got to see Zato used the hyper key and Izzy used a lasso key, which made me think, hey Hasbro, where's merch? Where's my merch, Hasbro? I want some more keys. I want some Zords. I mean, we don't even have Izzy or Javi as figures yet, or even Void Knight. I mean, my shelf is lonely right here. I need more keys. I need more Rangers. I'm gonna have to start getting Ryusoulger stuff imported because you're not giving me anything, Hasbro. One of my favorite things, though, I noticed also, well, not my favorite things before I get into that. When they use the key upgrades, I noticed they're not lasting long. Like, they're almost instant, like, really quick, like one attack, and then they're just back to normal. Because Javi had one of the coolest ones where he used a shield block key because him and Boom Tower were fighting one on one. And something about their banter and how they were interacting with each other, I want more Javi versus Boom Tower. Like, give me all that. Like, I want that completely. Um, some things about Izzy's personality came up in this episode. She has the winning attitude, which, goes with the title, but her being kind of harsh to Lily and just kind of being rude, like beyond rude about it. And I was just like, seemed a little bit too much because she was like really digging into her because she went to help her friend go shopping and was only 30 minutes late. Like 30 minutes isn't that big of a time difference. Like I ran track, I played soccer, I played a lot of sports. Dude, 30 minutes, like, that's not really gonna damper and ruin your whole entire day of training. So that kind of caught me off guard with Izzy's personality coming off like that. I'm gonna be hung up on this until we get more information, by the way. What is Area 62? Because the second they brought up Area 62, I was like, Area 51? I was like, I need more of Area 62. I am 100%. Even in my notes, it says Area 62. I'm all for it. And trust me, I am. So, um, when Lily's friend shows up to think, to watch Izzy run her track meet, she's in a wheelchair, broken leg. She brings up how Lily's always talking about Izzy and how Lily was helping her because she's in a wheelchair with a broken leg. So Lily reached out stuff. So then, Izzy feels bad. And we got the best two combo lines ever of humor from Javi and their dad. Javi literally was just like, because she had this, like, guilty look on her face. He's like, "Oh, I know that look. You're gassy, right?" And I started dying laughing. And then the dad comes over and he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "You gassy?" Like, but just like the facial expression and just the "you gassy," like no full sense. I was like, that was delicious. I was dying laughing. And humor aside, I have an issue still, and I brought it up with episode 4, and I want to bring it up now. Why is Zato summoning all the Zords? I mean, Amelia and Ollie were such fangirls and fanboying over the fact that they got Zords. I can only imagine how much they would lose if they got to summon their own Zords. So give them that. Like, I want to see that. I want to see them be like, we get to call the Zords. Like, even Izzy, who got her Zord, which I believe was called the Tiger Claw Zord, which looked badass. I loved it. Sorry for that was my one badass of the. Oh, that's the second one. But Tiger Claw Zord looked so cool. And then they did a new form, which was a Dino Fury Megazord Claw formation. And the animations are really nice. The CG they're using for the Zords, delicious. And the animation for their final attack, which is called the Tiger Mega Slash, was nicely done. And then, because everything going on, we got the heartwarming moment with Izzy and Lily, where Lily gave her medal for sportsmanship because she heard why, she lost the race. Because in the meantime, her rival tripped over a branch and fell and hurt her ankle. So Izzy had the chance to win. She stopped. She even said, but I have such a big lead. And she actually went down to help the other girl out. And then danger ensued, so she had to fight Boom Tower, then Zord stuff. So I thought that was like the heartwarming moment of the episode, and it was actually done really well. Everything was done really good with the storytelling and characters. Obviously, then we got Javi saying, "Oh, next up we got to find my Zord." So I assume next episode or the episode after that, we're gonna find Javi's Zord, and I'm all for it. I like the pacing. The show continues to be good, honestly, and as well as things where, because currently right now I am watching Zen Kaiser and Kamen Rider Saber and stuff like that. I'm watching a lot of, you know, American stuff and Japanese stuff. And from the tokusatsu side of things, it's making me want to go back and watch older stuff. But Power Rangers, I'm enjoying Dino Fury, but it's not making me want to go back and be like, hey, what have I missed the last 17 years? I just don't really care. That's just a little footnote. With that being said, this is it for episode 5 of Dino Fury, called Winning Attitude. I really enjoyed it. I think the pacing has continued. We're going down a really good path to having a really solid season. And I'm 100% back in Power Ranger mode. Like, I am all for Power Rangers now. Like, you got me hooked. You guys did good. But with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think of Power Rangers Dino Fury so far. Are you still with it? Are you still on board? Are you on this Power Ranger hype train with me? Or are you guys kind of like getting like, okay, it's whatever. I also like, because I don't TV, I found out they upload the episodes to YouTube. So that's amazing. Cause like I was really trying my hardest to find episode 5 because I don't watch TV. I was work Saturday morning, so I was like trying to find the episode frantically, and then I found out it's on YouTube. So that's another cool thing. But that's it for the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more Power Ranger reviews, other tokusatsu stuff, whether it's toy hauls, figure hunting, like movie reviews, trailer reactions. Make sure you like the video, share it, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.